This is Andrew Stotts of A Stotts Investment Research. Today I'll be talking about Thailand, which I see as a moderately attractive country due to poor momentum. So let's take a look. There's four things that I look at. There's four boxes you can see up here. But let's start with the first one up in the upper left, which is the GDP of the country. And what we can see from this is that GDP is 3.28%. That's the average of the last 4 quarters. And the first thing that we can see is that GDP growth has been moderate in Thailand. And the drivers of GDP is the private consumption. We can see that private consumption grew by 4.5%, and that's 52% of the total GDP. Therefore, 2.3% contributed to the overall GDP number. The next thing is a laggard, which is government's consumption, which has slowed down and is dampening GDP right now. Next, let's look at the overall country to understand what's going on. The first thing we can see is that the country has about 68 million people, and right now GDP per capita is about $6,000 US. The market cap is 450 billion US dollars, and market cap relative to GDP is a modest 115. Now, there's 700 companies listed in the Thai stock market, though many of them are small and less liquid. We can also see the earnings growth. This is the consensus forecast by analysts. Consensus or earnings growth was strong in 2006 in the last year, and consensus is showing that for 2017 that analysts are expecting only 6.4% EPS growth, so a bit of a fall and below the Asia average. In 2018, it's expected to be back in line at about 10%. All right, let's move on from there. By the way, you can see that the market is trading on about 14.8 times price to earnings and is earning an ROE of 12.5%. The other thing that's interesting is the dividend yield is about 3%. That's a pretty good dividend yield. Now let's continue on and look at the A Stotts 4 elements. This is how I rank a country relative to the other countries in the region. And what we can see from this is that the blue bar shows that overall Thailand is moderately attractive. Remember that if the blue bar extended all the way to the right, that would mean it would be the best and most attractive in Asia. The next thing we can see is that fundamentals are moderately strong. ROE is strong. And all of these are ranked the same as the overall at a 7. The next thing is valuation, which is moderately attractive. PE, price to book, is reasonable, about 2 times, considering a nearly 13% ROE. And momentum, well, there's poor price momentum right now and just moderate growth in earnings. So momentum is the weakness for the Thai stock market right now, and the final strength is that the Thai stock market has low volatility over time and also has low correlation to other markets in the region right now. Finally, let's look at the sector performance of what's happening in Thailand. Before we look at that, let's just understand that the 3 largest sectors in Thailand, well, financials is 18% of the market, energy is 14%, and consumer staples is 11%. Let's look at the best sector in stock. Well, information technology is up about 6%, and Hana Microelectronics is up about 19%. On the worst side, well, it's the healthcare sector, which is down 8%, and of course this is over a 3-month period. And the hospital called Chula Rat Hospital is down about 14%. So there you have it for Thailand. If you want to become a better investor, well, get access to additional research and articles by joining our free newsletter at becomeabetterinvestor.net/join, and I will see you there.